And any specific new skills or any specific like even in the technical skills you're looking for when you hire people कि हाँ ये तो skill आनी चाहिए तो ही मैं इसको interview करूँगा, something of that sort?
I think now the way I'm seeing it is the ability to adopt technology in whatever skill you possess is where the focus is, because AI is taking over a lot of our stuff. So Jamil, I'll take you for example, like Chat GPT is answering all tax questions.
Amazing, yeah.
So how to know that five AI tools which will get you an answer on the skill you have from an accounting, tax, valuation. That is, I think, very important. So I think the adaptation to the new technologies, adaptation to the new, better ways of doing things, is I think is a very important skill today.
Yeah.
In whatever we do, Jamil, today,
Yeah.
that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Kushal, that's where I think that I test people.
No, so I was just asking, so you said AI, so आपकी organization में like what are some day-to-day AI tools both of you are using in your companies, and वो AI tools के through कैसे efficiency improve हुआ है?
See, there are lots of AI tools. First of all, from a knowledge perspective, there are a lot of knowledge tools also. There is Taxman, Tax Guru. There are so many different things where you don't have to really go and invent the interpretation. Lots available. It's 90% of the stuff is available through subscription of great databases. 10% is adaptation to your situation and then taking a judgment on it. That now this I know are the four options, what is right for my client and what is good for him, and presenting that. So I think to adapt those four subscription things, and then there are these automated query tools also. Institute also has a great query tool actually for accounting, and you can pose a query and you get great answers actually. They are 90% there. I mean, you have to adapt it a little bit, but they're 90% there. Institute has it. There are other databases. Chat GPT has a separate tax tool. So many different stuff we are there, and we're using it, and it's making things very efficient.
Yeah.
Very efficient.
Yeah, I think I'll kind of my lens on this. I want to go back to that question you asked around what new skills are people looking for, and I'll come to technology and AI, because that's actually very core to what we do at Unicus. But before that, I think for us, two things are super critical. One is agility. Actually, we believe nobody knows what is going to happen in the world over the next 1 year, and this is going to be the play for the world in the future. So one of the things we really look for, particularly as more senior people come in, is will they be able to adapt to uncertainty, and how agile are they in terms of figuring out this works, that does not work, and that's really important. We have values which are linked to agility. Agility is the first value at Unicus actually. So just from that, the second thing for us, which is very important, is multicultural ability. So we are a global company, and for us, the ability for somebody in India to work alongside a colleague in the US, the ability for somebody in the US to work alongside a colleague in Saudi Arabia, I think that we have 17 nationalities already in the company, and therefore the ability to culturally appreciate each other's thing is very important as far as we are concerned. And I think this is going to equally become important for anybody who wants to be a global professional in the future, right? So agility and cultural empathy and willingness to understand is something I would say all professionals should embrace that. I think on AI, honestly, we are super bullish on what's happening out there. We just love this. So we call it Unicus AI. We already have a product out. It's called UniQuest. It's publicly kind of, we did the launch. And what we basically did, for example, in our work, very similar to what Girish said, on the technical accounting, white papers, research work that we do, the ChatGPT itself is amazing. We created a wrapper around ChatGPT, where our wrapper then goes and scrapes only the more relevant information as opposed to the general kind of stuff. By the way, my CTO is a former Amazon guy. My deputy CTO is an Accenture US. I got 50 people, product engineering team that just does this. So from our perspective, we've cracked the code there, right? And we believe that we are way ahead of what the market has achieved. We've just kind of touched the start right now. The power of AI is actually now how can you move. So today we've got a productivity gain of 40%, let's assume, right? I think you can get to a 90% the machine doing it. So you can potentially create an AI agent that will do revenue recognition white papers.
What do you mean by that?
So basically, let's say in the US, for example, if you enter into a big contract, the finance department wants an analysis of that contract, wants an analysis of what technical literature applies, right? There is guidance, it's called ASC 606. And typically, historically, accountants in America have prepared these white papers. Each of these white papers cost $40,000, okay, to make. We, in the first step, we said, why do you need somebody in America to do this white paper? So we've cracked the code of somebody sitting in India and doing a revenue recognition white paper for $20,000. That's the first step. Then you basically bring in UniQuest on top of that and said, if I took earlier to develop $20,000, I took $200, okay, which gave me a realization of $100 an hour. Can I reduce $200 using UniQuest, which is ChatGPT kind of driven, from 200 to 140 hours? Done. Ho gaya. Now, can I do it in 10 hours actually? And that is the power of the agent that will do it, while my co-pilot will only review the output for 10 hours, and I will deliver for 10 hours, I will deliver $20,000 of revenue. I tell you, Sam Altman made this point a few weeks ago, where he said that in his view, it is a matter of time within a few years where there will be $1 billion valued company, a unicorn, with only one employee. The rest will be agents. And that, I think, is the power of AI in all our businesses. How you embrace it is going to define us, actually.
But then, don't you think it might be risky to trust all the outputs? Some
No.
accuracy challenges might be there.
So that is why you need the 10 hours. So think about it, right? Today, at the highest level of reviews are done at that level. 90% is extraction, research, benchmarking, report writing, and the advisory. Advisory will remain advisory. 10 could become 20. I don't know. My guys tell me I'm kind of totally off on this. It'll be 30. I don't care. My point is 140 cannot be 140.
Yeah.
140 has to reduce to a very low number. That is the power. And somebody will do it. Whether we like it or not, somebody will do it. It will not be a big four. I can assure you. Whether it will be us or somebody like us,
Correct.
who will do it faster than us, is the challenge and is the opportunity.
आपने बताया चैट जीपीटी टैक्स टूल के बारे में, सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज दैट, एंड क्या आप क्वेश्चन एग्जांपल दे सकते हो, क्या पूछा एंड उसने क्या जवाब दिया, कैसे
You
help
can
करता है?
absolutely put absolute questions like I'm doing this transaction, what is the deduction rate? You can make presentations also, like I want to present of the withholding tax provisions in India. A presentation comes out, so you don't need to have people doing hours and hours of stuff. So Jamil, you're right. I mean, 60-70% we are reaching now today with basic stuff.
Correct.
I think the trick is who gets to 90 soonest will win. And if you see even the forms and the various integration of technology of the government of India, the income tax portal, the MCA portal, they also all integrated. They take knowledge, the information in a very, very structured format. So if you fill a fact sheet, it automatically goes to the various columns, and automatically you know how much tax you have to pay, how you move forward. Things are changing very, very fast.
I have one advice for all professionals actually, and I tell, I was recently with a group of 100 people in Bombay with our team, and I said, you guys should experiment a lot more actually. People should play around a lot more with the AI tools that are available. I'm not sure how much people are doing it for professional work. Of course, outside of work, I'm sure everybody's having fun. But I think genuinely, I think what my guidance to all young professionals would be that please, within the environments of what you do, embrace what AI can do. Even as organizations try to figure out, see, Girish and I will figure out for our company what's the right thing. But I think it'll be really nice if people can come up with ideas and say, hey, for my own job, here is what I can do better leveraging the power of AI.
Yeah. So even in the creator economy, like I talk to a lot of creators, and even like I use a lot of AI tools. So there are like so many good tools which are helping us in order to, let's say, generate an audio for a video, and we just have to insert that video link, and there's a tool which will give you like a good background music for that. So one of the challenges which we face is that copyright strike which is done
Correct.
by someone else, and if we are not using an audio which is maybe like which is audio of someone else, so that person can just put a copyright strike, but AI ke through there is no one who will put a copyright strike.
Exactly.
The second tool which is also like trending a lot is called Notebook LM of Google, and you can literally like paste any document, any link, ask it to summarize, and which is also true in ChatGPT Pro, I feel. And the best part is that even for creators, like repurposing content is a very important skill, where from a podcast, if you are taking out 30 seconds which can go viral on Instagram or YouTube Shorts, the tool gets you like the final
Correct.
video
Very
also.
nice,
Correct.
yeah.
So like I think a lot of AI tools are coming up in all the industries, and I think you're right. People should at least play around with them.
Definitely. Experimentation. And I'll tell you this whole agentic economy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, this is crazy. You know, I was in the same room. A friend of mine, he's an investor in the whole AI ecosystem, and he came and he says, SaaS is dead, right? So I say, yeah, SaaS is dead if you say so, man. But his point is, SaaS is no longer software as a service, but service as a software. And the thesis really is that earlier, technology is what you're buying, right? Going forward, people will buy services in the form of technology. So that's where this agentic flow comes in. I think, Girish, I challenge every specialized firm, law firms, tax, because we are in an amazing space. See, what is it? It's not that other technology companies in Silicon Valley can't create this. Of course they can create, and they are creating it. But what we have is the domain. If we can take the domain and make the R&D investments
Correct.
today, I think that is going to differentiate, who comes up, who is the next, winner in this market.
If you learned something new from this video, do share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel so that we can bring you the best content possible. Also, if you want to watch this entire episode, click on the link in the description box and you can go to Kushal Lodha YouTube channel and watch the entire podcast episode. Thank you so much for watching this and have an amazing day.